dogs were the first animal to be domesticated. Over their millennia of coexistence with humans, selective breeding for various physical and behavioral traits has created a dazzling range of canine types, which have been formalized over the past century and a half into hundreds of breeds. Roman dogs also came in many varieties. This is visible even in the paw prints they made on drying roof tiles, which range from the delicate tracks of lapdogs to craters punched by loping mastiffs. Careful study of the canine bones found at Vindolanda in northern England has revealed dogs from the size of miniature poodles to the size of Great Pyrenees. Although dogs have been selectively bred for thousands of years, it was only in the past century and a half, with the appearance of kennel clubs and pedigree registries, that clear breed standards were established. In the classical world, there were no such standards. A dog was what it did. It was a sheepdog, or guard dog, or whatever else, and its appearance was more or less irrelevant. But since wealthy Greeks and Romans could be very particular about the dogs they used for hunting and kept as pets, a few varieties that we might call proto-breeds emerged. We'll investigate these after a few words about our sponsor. Fabulous is the #1 self-care app that uses insights from behavioral science to help you build better habits and achieve your goals. A premium subscription allows you to build an unlimited number of habits into your routines and to take part in the full range of programs and exercises offered by the app. There are 2 ways to use Fabulous. You can choose the habit tracking approach and build individual habits with timely reminders and other features. Or you can create a unique program designed to help you achieve larger goals over the course of several weeks. Since I'm always trying to become more productive in the morning, I tried the habit tracking approach. The habit recommended to me was drinking a cup of water when I got up to feel more awake. And thus far, I'm pleased to report, it seems to be working. Sign up for Fabulous today and start building your ideal daily routine. The first 100 people who click on the link will get 25% off their Fabulous subscription. Back to the proto-dog breeds of the Roman Empire. The largest classical variety was the Molossian Hound, a deep-chested mastiff with a broad muzzle, pointed ears, and a ruff of fur around the neck. Molossians were originally bred to hunt boars, and continued to be the default big game dog throughout antiquity. Molossians even appeared in the Colosseum, where they chased exotic animals and unfortunate criminals. More prosaically, they were used to guard houses, and even to pull small carts. One of the more eccentric emperors is said to have harnessed 4 huge Molossian hounds to a chariot when he wanted to drive around the grounds of his estates. The classical world's most famous mid-size variety was the slim and swift Laconian Hound, which ran down deer and hares. Over the course of the Roman era, however, it was replaced by the equally slim and still swifter Vertragus, which resembled the modern greyhound. The Vertragus was also a favorite pet. The historian Arrian had one that lay beside him as he wrote, and walked with him to the gymnasium every day. The best-known small variety was the Maltese Dog, a stub-legged and fluffy-coated creature whose most useful quality was being able to fit in a handbag. To judge from ancient representations, it was about the size, shape, and volume of a modern Pomeranian. Many wealthy Roman families kept a Maltese dog or 3. They became the Roman equivalent of purse dogs. Elite ladies carried them about in the folds of their cloaks and named them things like Smidgen and Pearl. Often they were outrageously spoiled. A Roman poet describes how one doting owner commissioned a portrait of a lapdog named Missy. Especially favored lapdogs might be buried beside their owners. In the Antalya Museum, for example, is a miniature sarcophagus inscribed with 3 Greek epigrams, one of which reads, "Rhodope shed tears when I perished, and buried me like a human." I am the dog Stephanus. Rhodope set up a tomb for me. Rhodope, of course, was the name of the dog's owner. Molossians, Laconians, and Maltese were only the most famous and widespread of the classical varieties. Ancient sources mention dozens more, most apparently confined to a single region. None of these varieties, as far as we can tell, has a close relationship with any modern breed. But their existence reflects the fact that, even 2,000 years ago, man's best friend came in many shapes and sizes. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting Told in Stone on Patreon. You might also enjoy my book, Naked Statues, Fat Gladiators, and War Elephants. Thanks for watching.